In our latest step on the Advent journey, we met Mary, the Mother of God. And to all human appearances, Mary was kind of unremarkable. But to God, she was highly favored. And God's favor came with a future.
Wow. 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 Wow.
God's plan for Mary's future would be an incredible adventure. She would get to participate in something awesome, but when she had this otherworldly experience of an angel visiting her, that's the sort of thing that happens to prophets and great men and women of God. What had Mary done? Surely she must have thought, you've got to have the wrong person.
I'm sorry, dear, you have the wrong number.
But God had a plan for Mary, and He didn't make a mistake. He was inviting her into a greater story than her previous experiences had ever suggested she would live. But great stories are typically messy, and this one would be no different. I mean, really, a virgin being the mother of God?
Do you see the problem here?
Mary was told she was highly favored of God, but her natural response was surely fear. She probably experienced self-doubt and uncertainty about her ability to carry out the task. But God had chosen her, and that meant that knowing she was favored, she had to wrestle with those fears.
But I just have serious doubts.
Mary was able to move from a place of initial doubt and fear to a place of faith. And the angel helped her out with this by reminding her of what God had done in the past for Elizabeth, her relative. Sometimes just remembering what God has already done for other people that we know or have heard of, that can be all that we need to remember what God is able to do for us now.
I remember.
Mary can be contrasted with her counterpart, Zechariah. When Zechariah was approached by an angel and told he would have a child in his old age, he doubted and did not respond with faith. And that's why he was mute for a while. He was experiencing the consequences of his unbelief. But Mary did not share this unbelief. When she was presented with a seemingly impossible situation, she simply said, "Let it be to me as you have said." Mary believed that God had a plan for her life, and that meant that she was able to move from fear to faith and then confidently into God's future.
That's solid alliteration right there.
Mary showed us how we can trust in God's plans and purposes even when we don't feel qualified. But this week, we're going to see what happens when some unassuming shepherds are just minding their own business and God breaks in with big news. Embrace the mess.